trebuie mândra. Dacă o se pune floarea de papirus cu susul în jos, se arată ca razele de soare care ajung în sol, conține lumina și energie și viața. De aceea a fost o plantă sacră în Egiptul antic. Doamna aici ne explică cum egiptenii au făcut o hârtie din plantă de papirus. Auziți explicațiile, vă rog? Și acolo este ceaiul de hibiscus mai târziu. Trece ceaiul de hibiscus.
Come closer, please. Hello. Hello. First of all, welcome to LUXOR Special Papyrus Gallery. My name is Asma, and I would like to give you a brief idea about the papyrus plant and how the ancient Egyptians they managed to make the first paper from this plant. First of all, this plant is a tropical plant because it needs much water and high temperature, and it grows beside the two banks of the Nile River, especially in Upper Egypt, like in Luxor and Aswan. And its original height reaches from 4 to 6 meters high. It means the length of the paper here is the length of the first plant. And this plant was a holy plant in ancient times for two reasons. The first reason here, it's a flower. It looks like the sun rays, symbol to the god of the sun, Amun Ra. And the stem here has a triangular shape, a symbol of pyramid, symbol of eternity. Okay? And to make a piece of paper like that, we cut the stem according to the size that we want. For example, we cut it in small, medium, or large size like that. And after we cut in the stem according to the size that we want, then we start peeling the outer green part. But this part is very strong. So in ancient times, we used this part for making several things for daily life, like sandals, baskets, and furniture for their homes, and the inner parts for making the paper. We divide it into slices like that. But this part is a breakable part because it consists of certain amount of water and sugar. And to reduce the amount of water from these slices, I have to use two things. First, here I'm using the wooden hammer, and I start to hit the slices to break the fibers. Can you see the water here? But it still contains some water inside. And to squeeze all the water out, I have to use our second machine, the rolling pin machine. Used in your kitchen?
Yes.
Just for baking? Making pizza? That's
Yeah.
In it was called husband machine, used for beating. Now we squeeze all the water out. Now this like instead of being breakable, it's really strong and it's very flexible and it's easy to roll with my fingers like that. After that we bring it back to water, we soak the slices into water, normal water for 6 days. After the 6 days we bring two pieces of carpet like that and then you start to arrange the slices into two lines, vertical and horizontal lines, flat and overlapping. Will be like that. And here's a small model for the paper and how we make it. Right? After that, I'm covered and put under the hand press machine for another 6 days. By the way, the hand press machine is a modern machine. Ancient times they used to use blocks of stone to print the paper. Now, if you look around, you'll note that we have two colors, the darker one and the lighter one. And how we getting both of them? If you want to get a white sheet like that, we soak the slices into water for 6 days and 6 days under the hand press machine. But if you want to get the darker one, we soak the slices into water for 2 weeks and 2 weeks under the hand press. The more we leave the slices into water, the sugar is activated and it became darker. That's the only difference between the two colors. And after the 12 days, we get the paper. It's very strong and it's very flexible and it's easy to roll like that. Now I want to explain the difference between the fake and the original paper. If you try to put the original sheet under in source of light, you can see the crisscross lines and there is small brownish spots and there is the sugar under the hand press machine, right? And if you look around the street, especially outside temples, you can see some guys holding plastic bags and paper. We think they made it from original papyrus plant, but unfortunately it's not the original one, it's a fake one. And the fake paper also has a standard size, only you can see in small and the medium size like that. Never see in large paper, never ever see in brown. And for making the fake paper, they use some chemicals to make the slices stick together. But if you look here, I think it's just a couple of seconds under the hand press machine. The flats start to stick together without using any chemical. What do you think after 6 days under the hand press machine? Right? Now we finish the paper and how we make it. Before you look around, I want to explain some of masterpieces in our gallery. I'm starting here with the tree of life or the tree of family. We used to call it the tree of life because it has 5 pairs, and those pairs represented the 5 stages of a human being. Starting from parenthood, childhood, youth, marriage, and wise age. The 4 pairs here, they look to the east, they look to the sunrise, they look into their future, but the last one here, he looks to it because he looks for wisdom and paradise. And the tree family, because the spirit is stretching her wings, she's like a mother, she protects her children. But that one here is like the head of the family, like the father. That's why we call it the tree family and the tree of life. And the last but the most important design that we have here in our gallery is the design of cartouche, or form of reality. Only kings and the queens in ancient times were using the cartouche form to put their names inside to know which is which. But nowadays we use the cartouche form to put our names inside. And we have here professional artists, and she can translate the names in hieroglyphics in only 2 minutes. But it will cost you extra 50 Egyptian pounds per name, not per letter. And in each painting here we have 3 marks. The first is the signature of the artist, because all the paintings that we have here in our gallery are hand painted, not a printed one. And each painting has got 2 numbers, the flag number, the model number, and the second number, the price in Egyptian pound. And we are here governmental place. We accept any currency or any plastic cards. Even if you don't have enough money right now, you can take what you want and you can pay later by your phone or by your hotel. And for the transportation, we have that strong tube. We're going to give you guarantee certificate with 25 years. And if you are interested about the Egyptian calendar or the tree of life, but the size very big for your home, we have the same design. It comes in large, medium, and the smaller size like that. Of course, in white and the brown paper. And all of you have our entrance card, right? The white card. That one. Can you show to me, please? That one to make your order, so you can put the model number and many pieces, and all the prices are in Egyptian pounds. حد يشوف الخصم أستاذ فتاح أستاذ فتاح خصم كام؟ And we have a special offer for today. It's about 30% off. Here the price in Egyptian pounds minus 30% off. Right? Thank you.
Aici funcționează totul pe bază de claxoane. Facem o pauză de masă. Unde credeți? Pe malul Nilului.
Dragii mei, Faruc s-a luat orice lucruri, acum mergem la autocar, aveți grijă la cap.
Într-un final am trecut și Nilul cu Feluga. Atenție la scări.